The U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, originally established in 1961 to provide humanitarian aid, is facing an unprecedented shakeup. President Trump signed an executive order on January 20th, 2025, freezing USAID funding for 90 days to investigate allegations of corruption, waste, and ideological subversion. Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency has joined the investigation, calling USAID a ball of worms and suggesting it is beyond repair. Following Musk's comments, USAID's website went offline, their official X, formerly Twitter account disappeared, and 2 security officials were sidelined for blocking Musk's team from accessing classified information. USAID's controversial spending investigations reveal millions of taxpayer dollars have been allocated to questionable projects instead of direct humanitarian aid. Some of the most shocking expenditures include $1.5 million for DEI workplace initiatives in Serbia, $770,000 for a DEI-themed musical in Ireland, $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru, funding for transgender health clinics in India and Vietnam, $30 million for HIV research in South Africa, targeting sex workers and transgender individuals. Additional reports link USAID funding to the Wuhan Institute of Virology, where some suspect the COVID-19 pandemic originated. Allegations of gain-of-function research funding raise further concerns about transparency and oversight. $20 million for an Iraqi version of Sesame Street to promote LGBT themes. $1.1 billion in Haiti, post-2010 earthquake, for a port and power plant project that was never built, a project originally promoted by Bill Clinton. Funding irrigation canals in Afghanistan that reportedly benefited the opium trade and indirectly supported the heroin market. Millions wasted on never-built hospitals in Afghanistan, with funds disappearing into fraudulent contractors. The BBC Media Action Project received millions from USAID, raising concerns about taxpayer money funding biased media narratives. Independent journalists critical of the establishment have been personally targeted by BBC articles allegedly supported by USAID funds. Critics argue that USAID is not a humanitarian aid agency, but rather a CIA front used for political influence, regime change, and ideological subversion under the guise of foreign assistance. Ideological subversion refers to the process of altering public perception to the point where people can no longer critically assess reality, allowing institutions to exert control through propaganda. As inflation, taxes, and housing costs skyrocket in the U.S., taxpayer dollars continue funding foreign ideological projects instead of helping struggling Americans. The claim is made that countries would be better off if the U.S. stopped intervening altogether. What's next? The USAID investigation raises deeper questions. How much taxpayer money has been wasted in hidden programs? What other agencies are funding ideological projects instead of real aid? Will foreign aid continue serving political agendas instead of genuine humanitarian needs? With Musk's intervention and a new administration reviewing USAID's legitimacy, the agency's future remains uncertain. Critics believe exposing its corruption may be the first step toward dismantling a system that has misused American taxpayer dollars for decades. If USAID is just the tip of the iceberg, what else is hiding behind the scenes?